Caillou is a children's cartoon created by George Soros in order to infiltrate his globalist agenda and place it into the minds of children. Most episodes of Caillou seem relatively harmless. They're just a happy toddler jumping around learning about the world. Growing up, as they say in the theme. But if you spend any more than 30 seconds looking at an episode of this children's television program, you know it's far more than the happy-go-lucky show about a little boy than it makes it out to be. Caillou is impressing a globalist, socialist, communist worldview onto the minds of our innocent youth of today. The first and most obvious thing about Caillou that shows it's a part of the globalist, communist, socialist agenda is that they consistently force sharing on Caillou, and thus setting an example for the little children that watch it. In almost every episode, Caillou has to learn how to share something, whatever it is, and he always ends up sharing. In fact, there's even an entire episode about Caillou having to share, and there's an entire DVD named Caillou Learns to Share. And we all know that sharing is a big part of the socialist, communist, globalist agenda. And if that isn't enough proof for you that Caillou is a part of the globalist, socialist, communist agenda, there's even more shown within scenes in the program. Every single character in Caillou has some sort of red trim, and as we all know, the color of communism is red. Caillou has a red collar and red shoes. Caillou's grandfather also has red shoes, a red collar, and a red tackle box. Caillou's grandmother even has an entirely red dress, and his mother an entirely red shirt too. And if we extrapolate that to the fact that the color of communism is red, we can then figure out that Joseph Stalin is attempting to implant the seeds that red is a good color, which implants the seeds that communism is a good idea in children's mind, bringing the ability to enforce globalism on small children when they become able to vote. On top of that, George Soros is bald. And Caillou is also bald. So I think Caillou as a character is really just George Soros' way of putting himself on television as a person that he thinks is good, spreading this sharing around everywhere. So in the end, we can all see how Caillou is just a communist, globalist, socialist propaganda piece.